As you can see from our beautiful set, this is our Christmas episode. Gorgeous, glamorous. That's right, this show is not on in December, so I decided that this will be our Christmas episode. Now, normally when it's Christmas on Netflix, you see a movie that costs $8, where Vanessa Hudgens falls in love with a small-town guy who turns out to be the Duke of England. But we have much more in store for you tonight. Now, if you've seen Everybody's Live, each week we pick a topic for the show. This week's topic was going to be the Pope is still alive. But in light of recent events, we had to pivot. So we came up with a new topic for tonight, and that topic is dinosaurs. A power topic, a fun topic. So let's get started. You know when you wake up smiling because you know the Pope is still very much alive? Oh no, these are the old cards. You might be wondering, why isn't the topic on the Christmas show Christmas? Well, do you talk about Christmas during Christmas? Is that what your life is like? Look, here's what happened. Every week we got closer to figuring out what the deal with this show is. And tonight we're taking an enormous step backward together with Dinosaur Christmas Party. That's right. We've got another episode of Everybody's Live that will leave my wife asking, what have I done? So I was reading a book to my 3-year-old, and it's made of felt. It has a buckle on it, and the last page is a mirror. And not like a good mirror, like you couldn't do lines off of it. Like a children's book mirror that's just a shiny piece of silver plastic. Anyway, so this goddamn fabric book, I'm reading it to him. And I'm flipping around, and one page has these Velcro dinosaurs on it. And you put them above the name. And I'm pointing them out to my toddler son. I go, look, Stegosaurus. Look, Allosaurus. And I started to get a little creeped out. Because, I'm his main source of information. I'm his most trusted name in news. And I'm telling him, these are the dinosaurs. And I started to feel like, and I don't mean this in any kind of, Christian or, political way, but, are these things real? They don't sound real. Can we just step back and examine the central premise of dinosaurs? There were a bunch of giant lizards. Some were mean and some were not. And they ruled the world, and then they all died at once? Huh, that sounds like how a lie ends. It's like, I had so many boyfriends at camp this summer. Oh, where are they? Oh, they all live in Canada and they don't have emails. Scientists are now like, we believe the dinosaurs were killed 66 million years ago by an asteroid. Stop, you don't know that. We don't even know how Gene Hackman and his wife died. And we found their whole bodies with full clothes on 1 week after the event. How about that Santa Fe police? Hello, press conference number 470. We now believe that a rat bit Mrs. Hackman, turning her hands into mummy hands. Just slow down. You don't know what happened. Do we honestly have confidence that science know everything about dinosaurs? Look to your left. Now look to your right. See, you just shook your head no, so you agree with me. God damn it, I'm uncomfortable with this topic, and I wish we weren't doing it, but I picked it and I'm excited about it. It does feel weird to talk about anything anti-science right now, okay? I don't love it for that reason. Science and anti-science, it's very politicized. It's just with science, and I'm on your side, and I respect you, and all the things that you're supposed to say. But you guys, you're so needy. We're under attack. Just act cooler. You all stick together. The science community won't stand for this. You're not a community. You're a subject in elementary school. You're like, the recess community will not be pushed around. Also, whenever science feels really attacked, they pull out this bullshit. They go, our children's science scores are falling behind China. Oh, is that what this is about? Some weird beef you have with kids in China? Look, in terms of paying attention in science class, China's gonna win. That's not what American kids do. That's not how we play. We do e-bikes and we chase Slender Man and shit. Also, do you want to be less vulnerable, science? Get better messengers. The people they push out there, like Bill Nye and that. Don't get me started on that Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was rude to me once on a podcast, so it's kind of personal, but then again, everything's personal. But I don't know. Don't make that guy your front-facing dude. He dresses like he parks cars at the Magic Castle. It's the kind of nuanced critique you're gonna hear all night long. All right. Do I think dinosaurs are fake? Absolutely not. Let's set that in stone right now. I believe in them. And you might be thinking, well, John, of course, you've seen the bones in the museums. Yeah, I've seen the bones. I've seen them. And let me say something about that. There's no fucking way those are put together correctly. You're telling me you found a pile of bones with no directions and you nailed it? You ever try to put something normal together with directions? You could barely figure that out. You telling me you need a drawing to know to put a table leg into a table, but you can eyeball how high dinosaur gooch should be above the kneecaps? It would be like if you ordered a credenza from Wayfair.com and it showed up in 800 broken pieces. And then you spread those pieces throughout Syria. And then you spend 40 years dusting off credenza pieces, and then you got a pile of them, and you're like, can I see the directions? There are no directions. Well, can I see what another credenza looked like? No, all the credenzas died 66 million years ago. I bet they just got a pile of dino bones, and they gave it to some museum guy. And they were like, figure it out. And he was like, but the museum opens in half an hour. Oh, shit. Okay, maybe this is the tail. It had a big tail, lots of tail. You put it together in a frenzy and you think you figured it out, then you look in the box, there's still 2 little bones left. You go, where the fuck did these go? Oh, forget it. The T-Rex had little arms. He had tiny little arms. Didn't you, big fella? Open the door to the museum. Open the door to the museum. Hey, look at this big cocksucker. He was mean, too. All right.